Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm actually doing a video today that I've never done on my channel. It's been like 7 years, I think, since I've been on YouTube, which is insane. And I'm really surprised that I've never done a video like this. So I'm going to be showing you my top 3 in every makeup category. I will be honest here. I don't have a top 3 in a couple categories. If you watched a couple videos ago, I mentioned I did a huge declutter, and there are a lot of things that I threw away and I have not replenished. So just a couple little things here that aren't equaling 3. So 1 plus 1 is going to equal 3 today. And that's just how we're gonna have to do it today. But I still wanted to film this video, and I could even throw up some of my favorites on screen, but obviously I won't have it in person. So if this is something that you are interested in, then keep on watching. Okie dokie smoky. I need an espresso. So for primer, I think some of you could really guess on these primers. The e.l.f. Halo Liquid Filter. This is a staple, a holy grail, along with the L'Oreal Gloomy Lotion, or Lumi Glotion. I always mess that up. Lumi Glotion. These two together is A+, chef's kiss in my book. I also love the Pores No More Luminizer Primer by Dr. Brandt. This is amazing in the wintertime for dry skin to give you a beautiful glow underneath of your foundation, just like these two. So obviously I like glowy, dewy primers. Those are my jams. And I think because you guys have seen me recently use the Halo Glow and Lumi Glotion so much, I'm just going to go in with the Dr. Brandt today. It has been a long ass minute since I have used this product, and I'm actually almost out. I don't like that it's not a pump. I mean, technically those aren't either, but I feel like this can get super messy and can tend to go through product quicker. So I kind of wish that maybe they would come out with a pump version. That would be cool. I don't think it does anything crazy for my pores. I just more so like it for the luminosity and helping my makeup stay on for the day. Do we see the glow? Yes. I mean, I feel like you can't miss the glow with this product. And I do like that it doesn't really change my skin color, because this is the lightest shade in the e.l.f. This is shade 1. Yeah, Fair 1. This darkens me up a little too much for my liking, which kind of sucks. But that's why I like to go in with the Lumi Glotion, because I feel like it kind of tones down the color. But if they could come out with a lighter shade, then I think I would like it more. But I still love the product itself. It's just the shade is too dark for me. So I always just kind of have to make things work when I use that. As for foundations, I'm going to throw a curveball in here. Lately, my favorite, or one of my favorites, has been the e.l.f. Camo. I've been using this nonstop. I also love the L'Oreal True Match Nude. This is the serum foundation. You guys can see, hopefully, how much of this product I've used. I absolutely love it. I could probably go ahead and buy another one, but I've been going through this like crazy. My little thing on the inside, because it's supposed to be like a dropper foundation, but my little dropper thing decided to leave me. So I just have to kind of pour it out on my beauty blender when I use it. But not a big deal. But my go-to lately has been the Makeup by Mario foundation. This is the Surreal Skin foundation. This is actually the lightest shade that they offer. It is still a tad too dark on me, which is kind of a bummer. And I feel like the foundations pull a little yellow. I don't know if it was just me, but I really feel like it pulled yellow, even me going in with a neutral, because a lot of times I can get away with a neutral foundation. It just really depends on the brand. Sometimes I'm a neutral and sometimes I'm a cool. The neutral in this was so freaking dark. This is the 1C, so this is for cool undertones. But when I wear this foundation, it is so long wearing. My makeup stays on. It looks beautiful. But when I was color matching in store and dragging it down my neck like I'm doing now, it looked so much darker. But this foundation is freaking bomb. I don't know why it took me so long to get on the bandwagon here, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It's expensive. I mean, with tax, it was 45 bucks, but it is still a gorgeous foundation and one of my favorites right now. For concealer, my 3 go-tos lately have been the Kokie Double Time Full Coverage Concealer. This is top notch. This is one of the best concealers I have ever tried, and I know that sounds crazy. It's like 10 bucks. I get it off of Amazon. It's amazing. The shade would need some work, but I can always make it work, especially when I mix it with the new Fenty We're Even concealer. This is the lightest shade. I did a review on it. I will link it up here. A couple things that I said in that video is that this is definitely a lighter consistency. It's a medium coverage. So I do not wear this unless I want to mix it with another concealer to lighten the shade. I wear it to work and I wear it to like spot conceal. But for today, since I'm going to go full glam, I'm going to mix it with my Kokie. The other one I really like, maybe I'll use the Kosas today, is this shade. I do feel like it's a little dark too. It's in 0.5, and I know that they came out with more shades that I do want to check out. But because I've been wearing the Double Time so much, I think I might just go ahead in with the Kosas and the Fenty. I just like to put the darker shade on the outside, go in with the lighter shade just to give me a little highlight. And because this is such a light concealer, you can go in with so much. It's never getting cakey. It is great for that. So let me go in and blend all this out. All right, for powders, my numero uno powder that I will never not have on stock is the Givenchy Prism Libra powder. I just bought the full size because I had tried the travel size and fell in love with it, and there's nothing else I will ever put underneath of my eyes or on my face. So this is number one. And also the Makeup Forever HD Skin Matte Velvet. This makes my skin look flawless. It's a powder foundation, but I do use it to set my face, and just amazing. Especially these two together, it's a match made in heaven. A lot of times to brighten underneath of my eyes, even though I set with the Givenchy powder, I'll go in with the Fenty Beauty Powder Foundation. It's not as full coverage as the Makeup Forever, which is nice. But the shade, I mean, you can see how much this is loved. Look how big, look how much I've used in this. I actually feel like I need a new fresh one so that I don't run out. But hopefully you guys can tell that the shades, this one is a little darker than this one. And I feel like this gives me a good brightening effect. So that's why sometimes I just like to take it underneath of my eyes. But if you're wanting to invest in a bomb powder, I would suggest the Givenchy. Just pull the trigger. Oh, I don't have my puff. Pull the trigger, get it. You're not going to regret it. I do use this powder to set everywhere on my face, because then when I go in with the Makeup Forever, it just goes on flawlessly like butter. Then I just take a big fluffy brush with the Makeup Forever and put that all over. Okay, for bronzer, I have been using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Wand Contour religiously. I use like 1 to 2 dots. It blends out so easily, just gives such a natural contour, bronze tour look. It's so affordable from e.l.f. and a great shade for my fair skin. I also love the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. This is in the shade 3. And this just gives a gorgeous bronzy contour. It's more on the cool toned side, so it gives a great natural shadow to the face. Whereas I feel like the Hoola Benefits, that's such an oldie but goodie. Sometimes this can look muddy, but it's still one of my go-tos. I just have to be very sparingly with it. Is that the word? Use it very sparingly. But I love the Hoola bronzer too. So because I wasn't doing my cream contour today, I planned on using the Milani because I feel like I've just been constantly using the e.l.f. lately. So I just wanted to switch it up in the video today. All right, for blush, I think you guys have seen me use this a lot lately, the new e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. It is amazing, but sometimes I don't like to go in with a liquid blush, so I will use the Laura Geller Baked and Brighten blush. I don't know why I thought that was going to be so hard to say. This is a 2-in-1 blush, so if you're not big on highlight, you use this and it gives a gorgeous color plus like a nice highlight to the face. So on days that I'm rushed, I love to use this. Actually, on days I'm not rushed, I love to use this. I also love to use the NARS Deep Throat. This blush is such a beautiful color and it lasts longer than a lot of blushes that I use. So for this being so expensive, I like that about it, and a little bit goes a long way. A lot of times I will mix these blushes, so I'm going in with the NARS, and you can see that it is just such a beautiful color. It just blends so easy. It is so buildable. So the pigment isn't too crazy because I don't know about you, but there's some blushes out there that I will put on and I feel like I am taking days to try and blend it out. Whereas with this, a little bit goes a long way. The color payoff is beautiful. You can build it up and it just looks so good on the face. So that's with building it up 2 or 3 times, just like with 1 or 2 little dabs in it. But then sometimes I like to just go in a little bit with the Laura Geller and just go over it. Just, I don't know. I'm a blush whore and I'm not afraid to admit that. And a lot of times I will just leave it as is and it gives a nice little glow to the skin. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it just gives such a natural highlight. So if you're not a big highlight person, this would be the blush for you, but we all know I'm a highlight person and I will go in with highlight. So let's get on that. Okay, for highlight, my top 3 here is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Loose Highlighter and Extra. I kind of feel bad mentioning that if anybody was ever interested in buying this because I think we all know at this point she's closing down her brand. I thought about stocking up on it, but then I didn't. So I don't know if this is still available, but it's still in my top 3. Another highlight in my top 3 is the Wet n Wild in Precious Petals. This does give off some gold, like a gold sheen in it, but I feel like with my skin tone, it still looks beautiful. And then another one is the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe. And this will give you 3 highlights in one. I stay away from the gold, but a lot of times I will mix the white and the pink and it just gives such a beautiful, beautiful highlight. I think I'll go in with the Wet n Wild today since I always feel like I gravitate toward the Jaclyn Cosmetics and because you probably won't be able to get that highlight soon. This highlight's pretty crazy. I mean, it gives off great payoff. If you're into highlights, the Wet n Wilds are some of the best out there. I also do like Ofra. Ofra has good highlights. There's something about these Wet n Wild and the Flower Beauty. I mean, they're just good drugstore highlights. Save you some money. This is where I said I would be cheating because of my declutter. I have really only been using one setting spray, and it is the Make It Last setting spray from Milani. I'm gonna go ahead and spray myself because it is desperately needed. But my other setting sprays that I really enjoy is, I don't even know if they make this anymore. It was the Morphe Continuous Mist setting spray. I really liked that setting spray, but I don't know what Morphe is doing anymore. I can't keep up or pay. I don't pay attention, but yeah, I can't keep up either. Urban Decay All Nighter. That is the other one. Probably Milani, Urban Decay All Nighter, and Morphe. Those would probably be my top 3. All right, we are to brows. You guys have seen me use the new e.l.f. waterproof eyebrow instant lift brow pencil. I've been using this a lot, even though when I first started using it, I wasn't a fan of the shade, but it's grown on me. I love it. I love the product. I also use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Auburn. This is a holy grail, especially like toward the front of my brow where I want just more precise lines, because the e.l.f. has a thicker pencil on it, whereas this one has a way thinner one. And then I also like to use the Thick It Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. This one's in the shade Auburn as well. I like to use this on pretty much days I like to go to work, or makeup minimal days, just to give my brows a little, I mean, there's nothing here. So sometimes I need some help. So I love going in with that. As far as brow gel, did I bring my spoolie? Yes, I did. I like to use the e.l.f., a lot of e.l.f. The e.l.f. Brow Lift. I think it's a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel, which I actually do like their brow gel. If you want the more high-end, go with that. But I think this works really well. I'm going to have to cheat again, but there was another one. Can I even think of who made it? Oh, no. Oh, NYX. It was by NYX. In the little tube. I had that and used that all the time. It was just when e.l.f. came out with this gel that I'm using right now, this is just what I gravitated to and feels like it worked better for me. But the NYX one was really good too. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is just use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, just more so like on the inside of my brows. And then take the e.l.f. Waterproof and fill in the rest. All right, are we to lashes? My holy grail go-to lashes are the Kiss Impress press-on lashes. I cannot tell you the love relationship I have with these. These are amazing. I did a video on these on how I put them on. I will link them up here. These are just great everyday go-to lashes and just make you look like you have amazing lashes without being over the top. That's what I love about them. The next lashes are the Ardell Demi Wispies. These are such an old school staple. I still use them, still love them, and just make my natural lashes more glamified. So if I want something a little more than, say, the Impress lashes, I will go with these. And then if I want to go full on in your face glam, I will use the Kiss lashes in Ruffle. Honestly, there are more lashes that I use. I just picked these 3. These are the ones I actually have in stock. There are other Kiss lashes and Ardell lashes that are absolutely amazing, but it's hard to pick a top 3 with lashes because it just depends on my mood, what look I'm wanting to go for that day. So I think for today, I'm just going to, oh my gosh, I hate when I had to use one because another one got messed up, so then you have an uneven pair of lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and use my last pair of my Demi Wispies. Okay, as for eyeliner, eyeliner is something that I find one, I don't need 3 of them. You know what I mean? This is the Tarte Double Take eyeliner. This is all I ever use as my eyeliner. It has a felt tip on one side and then a pencil on the other one. I really only use the felt tip, but if I do a winged liner or like what I'm doing right now, this is what I use. I just don't have a reason to justify needing more than one liquid liner. So I'm sorry, I don't have a top 3. I don't use enough eyeliners to be able to even tell you what you should get. So I'm sorry. Kind of the same deal when it comes to mascara, but I do have 2. Essence, I can't go wrong with Essence. You can't go wrong with Essence. I just feel like they're affordable. They get the job done. Although there was one from, it's a high-end brand, Lancome. I think it's from Lancome that I really, really enjoyed. And you know what? The Fenty mascara is really good too. I had the Fenty for a long time, but I just feel like if you can find a good product from the drugstore that rivals a high-end product, I'm always gonna probably go for the drugstore. All right, for lip liners, my go-to lip liners are all drugstore as well. I love, and they're all nudes. The Brunch Time from NYX, the nude pink from NYX, and then this one's from Rimmel. And I can't think of the shade off the top of my head, but it is a nude, as you can see. But I think I'm gonna go in with this today. And then I usually always just wear lip glosses, and my top 3 are the Fenty Beauty in Fenty Glow. I also love the like nudish pink one. They were out of stock on that one, so that is why I got this one, but I love this one just as much. The NYX fat oils are amazing. The CoverGirl ones are amazing. I'm trying to think of another one that's great from the drugstore. The Maybelline lip glosses are amazing too, but this is just like the newer one. This is in the shade Supermodel. I got it off of Amazon, just super, it's just a super nice product. What I love about this is the shine of it and the longevity of it. It is a little sticky, especially as my husband would say. He hates kissing me with lip glosses. This one, I feel like I can put a lot on and it'll stay in place. Have you ever put a lip gloss on and it starts like running down your mouth onto your chin? Like, that is the most obnoxious thing. But I feel like I could put a ton of that on if I wanted to, and it's gonna stay in place, you know? And it's so comfortable. It's just one of my favorite lip glosses. Holy moly, we made it to the end. I am surprised. I thought we were going to be here for 3 hours. But yeah, this is it. This is basically like a go-to makeup look for me. Maybe not necessarily with the products that I used today, but I will go back and forth between all of these products because I just cannot get away from them. I also love how it's a mixture of both drugstore and high-end. I feel like there's certain makeup products that are just fine getting at the drugstore, again, that rival high-end, but sometimes you just want to splurge and treat yourself and try a high-end product. That's kind of how I've been since I've decluttered. Like, well, let me try this, and oh, this was like all the rage, and let me go to that. And when something's not brand spanking new that just launched, you can kind of see where the dupes lie. And I feel like a lot of these could be dupes for high-end products for sure. But some things will never change, and I will never get away from, like my Givenchy, and probably my Makeup Forever for sure. That lip gloss is everything to me, and that Kokie concealer. It's probably just, you're just going to see me use it forever. Let's just be real. For every video is probably going to be in it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next one. Thanks for watching.